Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. Today's episode's coming to you at 4:30 p.m. I am here. I am ready. Are you ready? I hope so. Hope you're doing well today. I'm doing fine. It's day 2 in the Win with All Champion Paths plan. So, my thought from now on... I gotta turn the audio down. There you go. My thought from here on is that we're going to... This is going to be a video where I play one run, maybe two if I lose early, and then after this, I'm going to pivot into, like, if I lose a run, if I lose 2 runs with a champion path, I'm going to then, like, record until I win, basically. I don't know, it'll be interesting, we'll see how it goes. I'll think about it a little bit more. Anyway, I ordered a pizza, so I want to get this video done before I finish, or before the pizza gets here. Let me look at the order tracker. I have 1 hour, so... Shall we? Let's begin. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's Hellhorned, Umbra. It is Soul Sucker, Shadow, Patient, Welder Helper, Prismal Dust, and March of Shields. So if there's a start that plays... Oh yeah, okay. Ashes for sure. If there's a start that plays Reaper Prince, it's this one. Ah, Monster Train. Alright, well we won with Wrathful, so we take Brawler now. Oh, Monster Train. It's fine. I mean, Brawler with Ashes, it shouldn't be too hard to find this one away. And as much as I do appreciate Abandoned Antumbra, I'm a huge Jackstrips enjoyer. So let's get it. I mean, we have Welder Helper, we have... this run's basically over. I'm just gonna... we need 1 Rage Imp, and then this run is done. 100%, 1000%. I am going to make the reasonable play, though, and skip the trial. Because I think that giving them armor here is too scary. Not for this part, mind you, but for the other part where they are with a boss man. Although I probably could have gotten away with it. The other part of it is I don't really need a unit here. I'm not staking my claim on this run on picking up a specific unit, you know? That's all. So, I don't need like a Horned Warrior or anything. I have Hornbreaker Prince. So what I need here is a frontliner, and that can be... There's enough units in the pool that it's fine. It's gonna be a long fight though, isn't it? And even theoretically, without a unit, if I see Rage Imp, I could be fine even still. Yeah, okay. You can close the video. you can go home now. GG everyone, thanks for coming to today's episode. How about an Endless in here? Multi-strike, eh? That's fine too. Multi-strike for Steelworker? Yeah, that's good. So we're gonna go a multi-strike Steelworker, because we have so much rage generation he can afford it. Here's the question, which way do you want to go with your Imp infusion here? The problem with Welder Helper into a Fledgling Imp is that... Well, nothing really, it just frontlines. Well, but no, because it's AoE, yeah, no, it frontlines. Okay. There's nothing wrong with this. The Imp goes in the front. Sometimes I'm gonna have bad scaling sometimes because I'm going to be too tanky. That's the main concern, honestly, which is a great problem to face. Unit draft here is fine because it's not armor on the enemies, which is all I care about. We're really strong. This is a great start. Now, we should see ourselves getting a little bit clobbered in the next few episodes. So, one other thing about this video, or sequence of videos, is that it's basically not possible for me to do this as a win streak. My original thought was, wouldn't it be cool to try to do it all in a row? But I won't be able to do it with a win streak because eventually I'm going to roll in a way where I pull a champion... Right, I don't pull the champion I need, right? Like, in the next episode, I could just not see Brawler. And then, what do you do? And the answer is, reset. And that'll break the streak, but that's okay with me. Doesn't really bother me all that much, to be honest with you. Ulting Imp is good here. Hornbreak is better because it kills my Imp, though. For sure. Another Space Prism is okay. I don't hate Perils. Yeah, I'll take Perils. I don't have a whole lot going on here. These units aren't really all that useful to me. I was looking for Steelworker basically entirely, but whatever we see there is alright. I do want Endless, right? This run is a little bit not hinge, but it would like endless. Okay. End transmission, I found endless, and a plus 25. Okay, so we're done going to steel shops in ring 3, which is great. The alternative play there is to go to the duplicate, but I don't know how good that really is. Oh, yeah, I'll take a plus 10. It's better to take plus 10 across the board. The only source of healing in this clan combo is lifesteal, and I have not seen the lifesteal card yet. And we're gonna look ahead real quick. Okay. We have 50, we have 65, so I need to take 10 plus 25, so I need to take 35 pack shards, which is 10, 10, 15 to finish this one up. This is a run where I would be very happy to play a collection of tails, because our rage generation in the start of the run is a little bit weak. Oh, hey, my imps don't die anymore. That is a problem. Not a big problem, but it's something worth noting. We don't play Welter Helper there because I could then brick my rage scaling and lose. But yeah, this guy's gonna have trouble dying. It's a great problem to have. If you have a run where your units are too survivable, you're gonna get clipped a little bit in the early game, and then you're gonna go, oh, on the Divinity this is very pertinent and good. Mostly it's just rough because sometimes an enemy or two are going to live. Oh, the daze is what's stopping me here. You pull this guy to the front. Being there doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, like taking 2 damage here is not a big loss in the grand scheme of things, I don't feel. Although my rage numbers aren't looking great here. I wonder if I have enough. I think I have so much health it just doesn't matter. Pretty sure, yeah. I have so much health here it just doesn't make a difference. It really does come down to it. We have like 300, 400 health here on Talos, which is... Doesn't matter that we're doing a really sad amount of damage per round, she'll still die. You do have to be aware of this problem going forward, but not too worried. Reinforce is cool. This is similar to adaptive mutation in yesterday's episode. It's a good capstone. It's a good way to say, hey, I don't die. I'll go to the Hellhorned banner. There's a chance we see something better. This run needs probably energy, but I'm gonna take draw first. We can't see Forever Flame, but we can see Hell's banners. So it's still like viable to take draw first. I don't need space because we have Space Prism, by the way, and highly likely we see an intrinsic. Golden Vault's pretty good. I don't have a lot to spend money on, so we can just bank our money. Here's 25 pack shards, very nice. And so, if I wanted to cheese it here, and this is a bit of a difficult question. This is a morality question. I have the option to go Reaper 2 in this run, and it would win. I'm confident it would win. I also, you know what? I am gonna do it. I think that I'm gonna take the Reaper, and this is going to be the Reaper run. I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how you'll feel about this, but this is the position to play Reaper, and it's not much better than Brawler, to be fair, but our rage scaling isn't that good, and it's gonna struggle a little bit. So getting him his first few kills and letting him get some slaves is fine. Realistically, it is better to play Brawler through, I think, but this is the setup. You pick Reaper, we get Trample in this run and it's good, or we could get like a multi-strike tome or Furnace Tap. All of these options are reasonable, and ultimately, I think that the point of this series isn't going to be, check out this run, this is the optimal position to play Reaper, he really carried, right? That's never what's going to happen here, because Reaper isn't good. Like, we're all aware of that, I'm sure. Reaper is not a good champion, he's one of the worst. But this is a position where he can be comparable to the other champion paths. He's not better, but he's fine. Like, look at him here, he's getting the scale up in a position where, honestly, I would have actually taken some damage here if it weren't for this Reaper Prince. So, 90 plus 102 is what I do. That puts you to 106. Okay, I can't play it. So you know what, Reaper Prince? You do get the episode credit here. Congratulations, buddy. He deserves it, to be honest with you. He deserves it. He's doing a great job here. You can't deny him. I would have taken some damage for that. It's good right now, and then later on it'll be much worse to have this. But it's good right now, and that's what I care about. This plus 12, it's enough to... Am I stupid? Oh, because he's only hitting once. He's not hitting twice. But I have push. Cool. And then we can just armor up our frontliner here. I'm actually pretty surprised. I expected this to be completely worthless for Reaper, but he's not looking bad. He actually looks like reasonable here. My rage scaling is low. Reaper's doing all right. Maybe Prince is a little better than we give him credit for. Oh, I thought we had that. Too bad. I think that he feeds on things like these trials that we're gonna see moving forward. And a box is good. One Transcendent is big. Bravo, Forge, Shroud Spike, I'm okay. It's a surprising situation. We're gonna play a second of the Fledgling Imp, and we're gonna be at 100 pack shards pretty much. Green Stewards go. You could also get rid of Shade Splitter. Theoretically, Shade Splitter's better because you can dodge Ember Drain, but I have just not been doing that. 75, so I can just take 10 more. The hope here is to pull an Intrinsic. Because I would like an Intrinsic on the Space Prism. I wonder, is it? You know what's good in this run? Armor 10? No, you can't. I was gonna say, it'd be good to try to get the Divinity to a point where it kills the imps for me, but you can't make it there. You'd have to hit him to 21, which is like, it's too many pack shards to reach, I think. At that point, it's too much damage. I'm not afraid of Harvesters of Death here. I should probably be a little bit afraid, but I'm not. 25 times 2, so we do... I would like to kill this enemy, but it's gonna get AoE armor. Has to be a Hornbreak that kills it, actually. Fledgling Imp helps, at least. Sadly can't catch Collector. See, this is what I'm saying, I should be dodging Ember Drain here, but I'm just not. I am just not paying attention. No Hornbreak? How sad. What's in the box? Huh. I think this is enough damage, right? It has to be enough damage, surely. You going from... Yeah, it's enough damage. Our outputs are crazy here. Like, we are really strong. Gotta be a little careful. Get out of my turn. We get a lot of rage, we get a lot of armor. Like, we're very, very strong. It's surprising, I would say, almost, how strong we feel. Look at this impact. The big thing now is any card that sacrifices imps is huge for the outlook. Nice. We're making it, man. This is Reaper Prince making a pretty big difference here, too. I think at this point, around like 20 rage, he probably catches up. It'd be really interesting if someone wants to sit down and do the math. Tell me when Reaper Prince is overtaken by Brawler Prince. There's a rage number versus a slay number here that Reaper Prince is overtaken at. But you can think of it like rage is 3 times effective on Prince when he's Brawler. The real answer to this question is when you get to Brawler 3 versus Reaper 2 Brawler 1. At Brawler 3, it's just like you go from 2x efficiency to 5x efficiency on rage, which is like, it's a lot. Anyway, here I was gonna go to the trinket shop because I like trinkets, but really I should go over here because I have Golden Vault. And we're gonna cut out the Shade Splitters first. Yeah, we can just do a 1-in-1. These cards are equally bad. Now, I do want a... I want to get a holdover. Okay, that's all I'm really looking for here. I'm down to go a little over on pack shards. Yeah, something like Hell's Banners, for example, is just a big winner. I think. Oh, maybe that's not that good, actually. I have to keep Shade Splitters now. It's annoying is what it is. It's honestly just annoying. But we're really strong. Any run that starts with Ashes, though, has the tendency to be a little bit silly with it. Fledgling Imp should die, right? he doesn't die? What the fuck? Can I could damage shield the enemy. Hold on. 1, 2. This is the play, I think. We damage shield her so that Prince gets the double kill now. Look at that. Now that's massive brain. Some would say that's a little stupid, and I would agree with you. I was curious which one would draw. If you thought to yourself, wow, that's a stupid idea, I think you are absolutely correct. I think there is not a shred of doubt that is a terrible idea. And yet, it really is like, it's pretty wild how much health we have. Hey, look at this floor. Prince is 96. The imps that are sticking are giving me a lot of HP as well. I'm gonna play reinforced here. Maybe I do take space after all. That'd be the idea. Our damage output's looking a little bit lower than I would like. What we can pull here for the victory is trample stuff. That's the big payoff here, and we are looking a bit for a high roll. I recognize that. You're on the lookout here for a bit of a higher output. It's a good roll if we hit a trample stone, but that's what we want. That's what we need. It's what Reaper Prince needs. I have to keep reminding myself of this. The point of this run is to play a run with Reaper Prince and see how he does. I gotta say, not as bad as I would expect. I am down for the One-Horn's Tome. However, I just want to make sure we're clear here. Last stand in this run when you full in on rage scaling is absurd with Brawler Prince. It's very silly. Do I think Furnace Tab is better than One-Horn's Tome? Not really. Not particularly, no. And I'm going to take space, so I have space for 3 imps on the floor. I'm really looking for holdover. I am very much in the market for a holdover. I also wouldn't mind a value stone here. Double stack. Hey, you got value stone? Tragic. No intrinsics either. So far, anyway. Yeah, so I'm gonna go all the way on Reaper. He's in the run. You can't say that Reaper Prince is not in the run here. This is definitely a run with Reaper Prince. It's for sure. I'm gonna put 1/1 on the One-Horn's Tome, because right now it's unplayable, and that's okay. That's basically what I want out of it anyway. I'm gonna spend a little bit of my money here. We're gonna double stack Prismal Dust. Holdover is the winner. Too bad I didn't go Spell Chain as well, but it is what it is. This is also a run that goes very high on packed shards. I remember when Dusk, I don't remember if I talked to him about this or if he just mentioned this offhand or if I watched a video. When he was talking about 200 packed shard stuff, I think he was talking about it in his Discord. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. When he was talking about 200 packed shard stuff, he said that the best clan for going really high on packed shards is Hellhorned. And the more that I play, the more that I realize it seems very correct to me as well. And look at the stuff you get to do with Hellhorned here. This is with a bad champion path too. It does feel like Hellhorned has the combo that gets the most out of just going really out of control with it. I'm gonna plant the Welder Helper on the floor. Do I have enough damage here? It's a real shame that the first wave is double infused, because outside of this we would be okay. If I put this guy in the back, it should kill, right? It would not kill, but the enemy died natural causes. Good stuff. Now I'm just gonna continue to wish for trample and then never get it. Here you go. We are somehow hanging in there here. It's a shame I didn't get the other Welder Helper fledgling and combo out, but the curses make this combat a bit of a special case, to be honest with you. Keep it up, buddy. You're the backbone of our team in the most literal sense. You're all that stands between these curse enemies and my pyre. Prince is to the point, though, where he's just two-shotting things, or he's like one-shotting everything, so It does look rather good here. It's plus 20 per slight. Like, plus 20 attack per slight is not terrible. It really isn't that bad. Space Prism right on time. It gives him a little bit more scaling, but at this point it's impossible to say that this is better than Brawler. In the middle game, it was definitely the better pick. Like, truly, in combats like 4 and 5, I think that Reaper Prince was a lot better than Brawler. But now that we're here with Rage every turn, Brawler Prince would be significantly better. You cannot argue against it. The only way I think it comes close is if you get Trample Stone, because then the extra multi-strikes transfer into Trample instead. It's similar outputs, but we don't get Trample Stone, and also Trample Stone would just be good on Brawler as well, so it is hard to argue in Reaper Prince's favor. He has a similar thing to like Alpha Fiend, where once Alpha Fiend gets rolling, it's usually because Rage scaling gets him started, so you're not really gaining anything. Intrinsic I would pick, Spell Chain I would pick. Value Stone I would pick too, actually, because that makes One Horned Tome playable. 2 cost. Now we throw One Horned Tomes at him. I guess with One Horned Tome, it changes the landscape a little bit. I think that Reaper Prince's biggest problem is that it's hard to give him multi-strike. Serve energy between turns? No, it's not worth the money. Because here's the deal now. I know I said I wasn't gonna just remove torches, but I'm just gonna remove torches. Another holdover. I could do holdover perils, but did I take Void Binding? No, I did not. I'm gonna buy 2 removals here. It's gonna be I should keep the torches though. It's gonna be perils, and it's going to be nothing else. I'm happy with the deck as is. Cut out or -1 reinforce, don't cut it out. And then I'm gonna go to the duplicate here. The best card to duplicate is Important Work. It's not close. As much as I would like to do One Horned Tome, it's Important Work by a lot. As much as I would like to say, oh, now watch, I'll catch up the Brawler Prince, I'll catch up to Brawler Prince with this one simple trick. But like in reality, I think that the multi-strike makes Reaper Prince a little more playable. Not a lot, but multi-strike is less valuable on Brawler than it is on this Prince. So he has that going for him here. One time I'll play it right. One time. I'm gonna eat a melee weakness up here, and it doesn't bother me too much. Because we just go, hello, it's me, fledgling in. I'm here again. On this wacky, wild adventure. Yeah, we also have Prismal Dust. Like, this is not the run for Patient Seraph to be on. Patient Seraph, big hater for Patient Seraph. He's a real bastard, but today he's okay. Here you go, Prince. He's having a little bit of trouble, our good buddy Hornbreaker Prince. He's having a little bit of trouble getting to take a turn here. Can't help but notice. I should have not played the imp. It doesn't matter. This is also going to be a really fast run. And I feel like they've been giving me some pretty good layups here to just steamroll, so it's not too shocking, I suppose. This is also the part where these imps and all of this health that I have that I was like, man, this is kind of weird, right? This is the part where you have to remember that you're working towards, right? This is the part where you go, oh yeah, this is now when these imps are dying every turn because there's so much damage on the floor. I remember. This game does have that. It's easy to forget that it's like this, though. It really is. But because early on, and it can be a negative such that you will actually lose. I've had it be where, like, Combat 5, I'll die because I just don't have the damage scaling because my Welder Helper lives. And that can happen. Or my Fledgling lives, too. Same thing. And it can happen. It has happened to me. But you gotta remember, you gotta stay the course. Don't forget. They're coming for you. Oh, he actually just lives. Okay. It's so much rage that Prince isn't even swinging because the Welder Helper is robbing him. And theoretically, the Welder Helper, I mean, he just acts as a body on the floor, right? And that's all he needs to be. He'll probably die on the Divinity, though. So, But yeah, like I've said throughout this video, I just want to make sure I'm very clear on it. This is not better than Brawler. You would be better off playing Brawler here, and that's why this champion path doesn't really get picked. But I think if you are going to play a Reaper plan, it's going to be Reaper 2 Brawler 1, because multi-strike is so important. So, I don't feel bad doing the pivot here. The run was winning, it looked like a good timing to take Reaper, it made sense. This is as good as it's going to get for Reaper Prince, I think, to get a win. And yeah, no, I mean, I'm happy with it, really. I think it's pretty cool to see. I'd like to play a lower floor here? No, I don't need to, never mind. I was gonna say I need to play a lower floor so I can play Tome on Prince, but I have the Imp. I do just slap it on him here. He loses 1 per round from the Divinity, but he gains like 40 per round from the Implings, so... I'm gonna go ahead and stick a Welder Helper on the floor again. I think it does make sense to do. And this play is good. And we can reinforce Prince just to be sure he doesn't have any risk to him. Yeah, the hardest part remaining in this run is finding a way for Reaper Prince to get kills, because there's going to be so much rage. Again, I keep saying it, but I do hope that... I mean, I guess I don't have anything to hope for, really. I think that the only way that you're ever going to play a full Reaper line is going to be the stars align. You started Reaper for some reason, which you would basically never do. But the stars align, you start Reaper, and you pick up, like... I don't know, I've thought a lot about it. I think you would play... It has to be with Umbra, and it has to be a Trample Stone off the first boss, I think, to give full Reaper even a moment of thought. But I've also had it be... I think it could be okay with spikes. I've had it be okay, but the thing is, it's not viable, right? Ultimately, as silly as it may sound to go Reaper with spikes, you get slays, it falls off so fast that you're never gonna make it much further than the second or third combat with that line, right? That's how it comes out. You go with this idea, you go, I'm gonna play Reaper with spikes, you get to the mid-game, and you go, oh, maybe with enough of an armor engine you can do it? Like, maybe. I'll give you the most emphasis on maybe I could possibly muster. Maybe with a strong engine of, like, welder helpers to buff him up. But then, yeah, okay. So at the end of this, I'm going to give you my hypothetical best outcome for a Reaper Prince full carry run. I will give it to you because I'll do this for the more hard to play champion paths like this one. But there you go, that's Reaper Prince. Here are my notes about... First of all, let me finish up with notes about Reaper Prince, one of the weaker champions in the game. If you want him to ever work, you have to play him with... I think it's... On average, you're better off playing Brawler. So the only way you would pick Reaper is like... Okay, here's the realistic use case where you would play Reaper. You start Brawler, you get no rituals, no fledgling imps, and your secondary clan is Umbra, right? Or Awoken, and then in the Awoken use case, you don't pull Razor Sharp Edge or anything like that. Right? You leave Combat 3, you have no damage scaling and no good damage scaling prospects, and you started Brawler. You would then go Reaper 2 levels to give yourself something to play off of, right? Some sort of damage scaling. You need a way to get him started, and then once he's started, he gets going. And you need strong armor gain so you can support a One-Horn's Tome to make up the lost multi-strike so he can clear multiple enemies. I think that's how you do it with Reaper. Now, I think there is a hypothetical perfect scenario for Reaper Prince, which I will give you. The full Reaper perfect run. You need... It's Hellhorned Awoken. You play probably Exile, maybe Default. I don't think it matters too much. You get Sharpens early, and you get a lot of spikes generation. Enough to get to, like, probably you want to get to around 30 spikes, I would say, because that's the number where any backliner dies in one hit. And some die in two. So, like, Sharpens, Pyre Shards, whatever you have to do, right? You get that. and then you roll a trample tome off of an event. So Prince will get hit, kill the enemies, build his sleigh, trample, and clear all of the front line. On top of that, because it's not over yet, you also need a really strong system to give armor. It's probably Endless Welder Helper with important work held over, something like that, to just give enough armor for Prince to not die while tanking all that damage. And you could also do it with like a lot of Prismal Dust, maybe, things like that. Holdover Void Binding. Oh, Holdover Void Binding could work, but wrong clan. Okay, different idea, different idea. Here's an even more out there. You get the consumable event and you pick Awoken and it gives you Pyre Shards to get spikes. Anyway, I'm gonna stop theorizing about Prince now, but I think that Reaper Prince is on average extremely not good, but there are fringe cases where he's useful, where you have really bad damage scaling on a brawler start and you have no better option but to pivot. I think it's a desperate situation when you're playing Reaper or you're just playing him because you like him, which is also viable. But there are high rollers out there who could potentially pull something out. But with that, I will conclude today's video. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow we'll play Brawler for real. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.